Good morning, Cannon County High School. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please pause for a moment of silence.
Thank you. Remember the 4 rules at Cannon County High School: respect, on time, A+ attitude, and responsibility.
Welcome back to the Lions News Network for your daily announcements. Today is Thursday, January 8th.
Model dual enrollment classes start on Tuesday, January 20th. Students taking any dual enrollment classes should log into their model accounts and make sure they are enrolled in the correct courses. Let Ms. Casey know by Monday if there's any issues with your classes.
Try the orange cream freeze or the cherry limeade at the hub today. Come grab one during your lunch period.
This week in sports, basketball games this week. Friday, January 9th at Monterey, girls at 6 and boys at 7:30. Saturday at 10 at Tullahoma. Girls play at 3 and boys play at 4:30 p.m.
Now over to Addie for the weather report.
Today will be mostly cloudy with patches of fog. This should clear up this afternoon. There's a high of 70 and a low of 62. Tomorrow morning there will be light rain increasing to heavy rain throughout the day. There's an 85% chance of rain. That's all for the weather. Now back to Abby and Hannah.
Stay tuned after the announcements for this week's Focus feature.
That's all the announcements we have for you today. I'm Abby Cook.
And I'm Hannah Simpson.
Make it a thrilling Thursday.
Hello, this is the teacher interviews, and I'm here today with...
I'm Miss Beth Davis.
All right, and today I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions about why you teach and just some things about you to get to know you better, okay?
All right, thank you.
All righty, so what do you teach?
I teach English. I teach senior English, so all of my students are in their last year here.
All righty, next question. What college did you go to?
Well, when I first graduated from Cannon County High School, so I'm a graduate of this school, I went to Florida, to Tampa, to a small school called Florida College, and I was there for a little while. And then I transferred back here to MTSU, Middle Tennessee State University, and I got my bachelor's degree there, and I got my master's degree there, and then I later went to Tennessee Tech to work on my EDS. I didn't finish it because my EDS was in administration, and I decided that I didn't ever really want to be an administrator because it just seems like there's so many decisions to be made.
It just didn't seem like the
right fit. It wasn't the right fit. I think Mr. Nichols does a great job, and Mr. Shane and Miss Lydia, and I just think, it's for people who really want it, and it wasn't me, so I ended up not finishing at Tennessee Tech. But
hey, that's still really cool. Alrighty, next question. What made you want to be a teacher?
Well, when I first went to college, I was a speech and theater major because I was really into drama, and I traveled with a competitive theater team and public speaking team. But it seemed like a lot of the opportunities at that time, when I was very young, were in big city urban areas, and I really wanted to stay closer to home, and so and have a family and be near my family in Cannon County. So I thought to myself, what profession out there allows me to do some acting and speaking, but also allows me to have a family and a good flexible schedule to, and something I could do nearby, locally. And so I settled on education because it has a good schedule for a family, and my schedule has been my family's schedule, and I was able to stay near where I grew up, so that was important to me. So I changed majors and became a teacher.
That is really cool. How many years have you been teaching?
Well, I started teaching a very long time ago. I started teaching in 1996, And I taught for a while, and then I took 10 years off after teaching for a while and stayed home and raised my children. And then I came back to teaching. So this is my 20th year, but if I hadn't taken a decade off from the field, it would be my 30th year. So 20 years in the classroom, and but I've been doing it a long time.
That's awesome. What is your favorite thing about teaching?
Definitely my favorite thing is the students. I absolutely love hanging out with young people, and I love the things y'all teach me. I look forward to spending time every day talking and listening to y'all and laughing and you know, having fun in the classroom. That's the best part.
I really agree with that.
In my opinion, the best part of teaching is absolutely the students or the kids. Y'all aren't really as much kids anymore at the high school level, but y'all are my favorite part.
Aw. All right, next question. What do you believe is the greatest strength of the school?
I really think that we have a community here. We don't have the population as far as the numbers goes that a lot of high schools have.
Absolutely not.
And so you kind of know, you might not know everybody, but you recognize their face or you kind of know who they are. And so that kind of builds something that, you know, makes us strong, I think, because we care about one another, and you aren't just a face here. You're a real person because it's a community.
Yeah, and there's not like hundreds and hundreds of kids everywhere
Right.
throughout the hallways.
Right.
I've seen some videos, like those hallways will be so crowded to the point where like you can't even get through them.
And you would feel lost, you know,
Oh,
like I felt like a
absolutely.
number at MTSU because I think there's like 26,000 students there, and you know, you just kind of cease to feel like,
Like you don't fit in.
yeah, well, like people don't know who you are, but here at Cannon County High School, people know each other, and even if you know, don't know them well, you know who
You know who they
everybody
are.
is, yeah.
That's
And that and building relationships is so important, I think, especially at the high school level. So
That's awesome. What is your favorite thing to do outside of school?
I really love to be at home. I'm
I'm
a homebody, so I love to cook. I love to garden. I love to do like little artistic things. I like to sew.
I love seeing all your plants in the classroom. It's
I-
always such a fun day.
I love plants, and I like to grow vegetables and flowers, and I just really like nature. So if I could like be at home and be a homesteader, that's my dream job. I mean, I love teaching, but in my next profession, in my next life, I'm going to be a professional homesteader.
I would be the same exact way. I love being at home. I love hanging out with my cat.
Yes.
It's so fun.
It is fun.
Speaking of cats, do you have any pets?
I have a lot of cats.
Really?
I'm a cat person. We have a few. Each of my daughters has an indoor cat, and then my sister-in-law was a rescue cat. She worked in a vet's office, and she worked for a rescue cat shelter. And she got sick with cancer and passed away last year. And one of the things before she passed away was she wanted a place for some of her cat babies. So we brought 7 cats home from Indianapolis, and they live in our barn. And
I'm sure they're very
they're
happy.
very happy country cats now. They were Indianapolis city cats, and now they're country cats, and they live in the barn. And they have some raccoons and possums that they hang out with. So, so you know, I guess I'm a crazy cat lady, but that's how I ended up with, well, we already had some outdoor cats. So we have 8 8 outdoor cats.
That is super
in addition to
cool.
our inside cats. So
That is awesome. Alrighty. Do you ever think about having a different job?
yeah, sometimes I want to be a homesteader. I would love to, wake up in the morning, have my coffee, go, handle the goats and the chickens, and
Just enjoy your day at
enjoy
home.
time in the garden, and have a few cows, and raise kids and cows, and edit this part out. Sorry, I don't think you can. I don't know. Go ahead.
We probably can, but hey, no, you're doing great. All right, and for the final question, what was your favorite subject in school?
You won't believe this, but I hated school.
Really?
Like, I really hated school. I was a good student, but I did not enjoy school, and I thought to myself, I will never, ever, ever become a teacher.
Now here you are.
And now here I am.
That is super funny.
So, I guess I was good at English, which is a good thing because now I teach English. But I love English now. But I suppose it wasn't really a subject in school, but I was part of in high school, I was part of a theater and speech and debate team. And I traveled a lot in high school. And I traveled a lot in college, and that was my favorite subject was speech and theater. And that kind of translates to English, I think, a little bit. So it all works out.
That's super cool. All right, well, that is all the questions I have for you today. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me up here. Is there anything else you wanted to add and mention about yourself before you go?
No, but I do want to say that I think y'all do a wonderful job. Y'all are building a really great program with journalism here, and I just want to compliment you because all of the work that goes into it, y'all are doing a great job. Mr. Tucker and your whole team, y'all are building a really quality program from scratch, and each day it gets better and better, and I can see how hard y'all work. So I'm really proud of you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was such a joy to have you up here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely.
And we'll see how
We'll see you next
it turns
time.
out. See you next time. Thank you.